What's your tea tag say?
People who love are compassionate.
In the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end is you.
How about that?
Diving deep.
Welcome. Hello. Mary Abranyi. Welcoming Lindsay Heller. Lindsay and I have been friends for many years now, and we've also been working together for 6.5 years or 5.5 years. I can't remember what it is now. It's been a while. Lindsay is a Jill of many trades, so to speak. She shares space here with me at the studio, and this is her massage room. We really love working together. We end up going back and forth with our clients, people in need of physical work, emotional work, mental work. It all kind of comes together. So today I wanted to talk with Lindsay a little bit more about what she does in terms of bringing health, wellness, and healing to the community of Cashiers and our surrounding area in general. So, Lindsay, would you start by sharing with us how you got into yoga, meditation, massage, where your journey began?
I was going to college for interior design, and and I hurt my hip really bad. I couldn't even walk to class. I had sciatica so bad. And I found the only help I got was from a massage therapist. And I wasn't really interested in what I was studying in school. And I love the creative aspect, but I wanted to do something that was more hands-on and more of a immediate gratification, I think, and helping people. And I didn't like the lifestyle that was going to go along with that career choice of the interior design I wanted. I knew early on that, you know, a lot of us were exhausting ourselves in our society and our culture with corporate work styles and over 40-hour work weeks and accountability that, you know, we just can't keep up with. And I knew personally I couldn't do it. Right. Or at least I didn't want to.
Right.
And so I knew that doing massage would be a way for me to design my own life.
Nice. And so you go to massage school
in Colorado.
In Colorado. I love my time in Colorado, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I found the best neuromuscular therapy program I could find, so that was where I started.
Okay. So tell me the progression. So your specialty is myofascial release.
Yes.
Explain what that is, because I know a lot of people are probably going to think, what?
Well, it's becoming more well-known, which is great. I looked high and low for, this is not a great business model, but I wanted something that would give people lasting relief.
Right. That's okay.
And so
people are always hurting themselves, so
yeah.
They'll come back or they'll tell their friends or their family.
Life
and they'll find
is my job security. So myofascial release addresses the connective tissue, and the connective tissue is a full body non-linear system, and it is kind of what people would throw in the trash as they were discovering underneath the layers of the skin what was making our bodies work. And they're just now they're just now realizing the importance of its functionality and the way that it gives our body structure and shape. And so when we have trauma, it can be mental, emotional, or physical trauma, our connective tissue responds. And in the animal world, an animal will fight, or freeze response will shake that off. So like a deer in the headlights, they freeze, right? We don't talk about freeze very often. We talk about fight and flight. But freeze is important. And so the example of the deer in the headlights, when the danger passes, they'll actually tremor it out. And we don't do that as human beings because part of our brain is so analytical. We want to jump up and dust ourselves off and let everybody know we're fine.
Keep moving.
So, or analyze ourselves out of our experience.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So a lot of these things can kind of stay trapped in our connective tissue memory. And it's a collagen-filled, spiderweb-looking substance that moves in a really alien-like way if you look at a YouTube video or something.
Right, and typically when people injure themselves or have any sort of trauma that is recent or very long-term, that connective tissue tends to build a supportive barrier. What the body thinks it's doing is supporting it, correct? Where it feels like it's kind of hugging it in to protect it, but in long term, it's actually creating imbalances in other places.
Yes, and what I say too is that, you know, when you fell down the stairs 15 years ago, it comes back to haunt you in ways like, it's almost like you remember when we used to wear stockings, women's stockings, and you get a snag and it would spread?
Yes.
It's like that.
Oh, that's
and
a
so
good
over
way to think
time,
about
it just keeps pulling and pulling. So I have women who come in, you know, 10 years after a cesarean section and they're having headaches, and it's like from the scar tissue abdominally reaching up. And there's just phenomena that happen that are, if I've learned anything, it's that anything can cause anything.
Anything can cause anything, right? There we go. So, why did you decide to work in that specific direction with your massage?
Because it's really effective, and what really drew me in was the wide range of efficacy of myofascial release. And this translates into, you know, the meditation practice that I have as well, and it's that, imagine there's this point of singularity, like the beginning of all creation. I'm gonna dive really deep right now.
Let's do it.
And things that are closest to that truth that are really simple. It's like really simple, really pure. And the purest, most simple form of love and how healing is love is just witnessing. So no judgment, not even naming, certainly not having an agenda. So not working with the body in a linear way, not analyzing your way out of physical, mental, emotional traumas. It's about witnessing. So in myofascial release work, the simple truth is witnessing with my hands. And so we sink in, and it's a very profound palpation skill that we need to be able to feel into the connective tissue and allow it to be seen. And as it is seen and connected with, it lets go at its own pace. Everybody's different.
And that's exactly where I was going to go. Everyone is different, so your work, every time someone comes to see you, whether it's the same person, the massage will be different each time, it's the same, it's different from person to person. Like, I've been to several massage therapists over time, and you know, you go in to some people and you're getting the same massage that the person before you got. They have their routine, they go up the back, they go side to side. You can tell it is the same massage that they're giving every person that lies on their table.
Yeah, no, this is so completely different.
And I can attest, because you've worked on my body for years.
So when a new client comes in, we talk about what's going on for them, what's up for them mentally, emotionally, or physically, and anything can ignite anything. So it can start with an unraveling of a really drawn in posture on the table, and we end up working with the way they're relating to themselves and the world. And limiting belief systems that they have in their subconscious. And you like to work through these things in a way that's not re-traumatizing. So sometimes there's some talking, and sometimes it's very energetic, and sometimes it's just very hands-on. And the full expression of myofascial release sometimes is someone actually unwinding and going through some physical involuntary movements that that let go of or reenact, like the deer tremoring after the headlights, or the lion going back to the den after a fight and reworking it out. You know, we do that, and so some of my clients do some of that, and that's called unwinding. So that's really letting that energy move through your tissue. And it can be symbolic, it can be metaphorical, it can be like the actual car crash or the time you fell off a picnic table or, you know.
Right. Now, fast forward, because you've been doing massage for how long?
Since 2003.
Since 2003. That's the year I got married, so I know that math. It's 15 years ago. So fast forward to what year was it that you went to Guatemala and got your yoga teacher training and really dove into another aspect, because you've been a long time yogi. You've been dedicated to a practice, and of course, like most people, it will come and go, and it's...
I've been practicing for about 20 years.
Right? It's for a long time.
Yeah.
So you went ahead and took that to the next level, and tell us about that experience and then how that has taken you to where you are now, teaching meditation, working with people, you know, to kind of hug them in for a healing process.
Well, I think for a long time I was really sensitive to the world, like really empathetic, and that was difficult for me to work through and process, and I had my own physical health ailments that I had to work through in my early 20s, which was really transformational. And then with the exhaustion that followed that, I really had to work through my own depression and meditation, and really learning to not identify with my experiences or the temporary feelings, emotions, was what reconnected me to something bigger. That was the truth that I found.
Right.
And learning who I really am, you know, in a deeper sense, peeling away the layers of society's expectations, familial expectations,
labels, and all of those things that
attractions and aversions.
They start to pile up, don't they? It's like rocks.
So unraveling that, I decided I wanted to dive even deeper and be able to share it. So I went to Guatemala to an ashram there called Mahadevi, and I did a 5-week program including a 4-day silent meditation retreat.
So awesome.
And it was a really profound experience for me. It was really life-changing, and I feel like I was able to carry that torch and bring it back to transmit the teachings, the really ancient yogic teachings that carry so much truth and so much light to everybody else.
Nice. So what else would you like to tell anyone watching about what you do, why you do it, what you can do for other people in terms of, again, health, wellness, healing, and lifestyle? Because some people think everything is a quick fix. You know, I see it in teaching yoga, I see it in all sorts of different planes where it's either they're taking the medicine to get quickly get better, or coming up, the new year. That's a big one, right? Here we go. A new me. I'm going to be better now. I'm going to do this.
We've talked about this.
We did
Scratch
talk
that.
about
Scratch
this.
new me. It's true me.
That's right. It's true me, not new me, because I am me. I am who I am, and there's nothing quick about getting back to who you are. If you know you've been piling these layers on for a long time, you've had injury, you've had stress, depression, anxiety, many other things that I'm not even mentioning. It's not a quick, okay, fix me, I'm done. That's a process, right? And your
I'm
goal.
sweaty-handed like right now. I get so excited talking about this because our medical system is not geared for healing. It's
nor towards lifestyle. I mean, it's really not.
So it's like, I see so many times the quick fixes are repression, and I really like to guide people to take every opportunity in life, every experience, their illness, their greatest heartbreak, the greatest trauma, and their greatest love, and their greatest bliss. Right. All of that is an opportunity for us to open our hearts more. And if we take every opportunity in life as an opportunity to open our hearts more, everything is transformed. And so I've stopped seeing illness as something to be fought or repressed. You know, it's something that's an opportunity. It's a great, really, really rich opportunity. And it's contrary to what some New Age people espouse. It's not something that we manifested because there's something wrong with us.
Right.
It's something that is expressing in a way to give us a really rich opportunity. I wouldn't be where I am without having had a long-term illness in my early 20s.
That's right. I mean, I had childhood issues that carried along, and even though sometimes I want to stuff them away, they're there, and it's who I am.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am. It's part of my makeup. My experiences, whether they're good, bad, indifferent, have created who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes...
Or peeled you back.
Or peeled me back. Sometimes people don't like who they've ended up becoming. And so what do you tell someone when they're in that place, or that space, or how do you work with someone when they're there, where they feel they've kind of lost hope in themselves? You know?
I think that it's always the simple truth of going back to who you are. So yoga is union, and it's about very first focus, connecting the breath and the body, learning to focus the mind, calming it, finding the spaces between the breath, and allowing those spaces to inform us. There's so much wisdom and knowledge and insight in those spaces that if you allow it to inspire your life, it's completely different than when your brain is working in your life and your own will is trying to force you through your life. Surrender is incredibly powerful. So those are the three basic truths that I tend to teach my meditation classes from. It's focus, having compassion for what you are bringing awareness to, what you're observing within yourself, because we're all just human. We're all having the same human experience, and we're all just trying to walk each other home, you know?
Good point. And sometimes people think, you know, when you start talking about surrender, they start to think, oh, I'm supposed to give up, and it's not a giving up.
No, it's allowing something more insightful to guide you. It's recognizing the limitations of our brain and allowing for insight.
Nice. Oh, well, Lindsay, I'm so glad we were able to sit together. Cheers. Thank you so much. Again, Lindsay Heller, Myofascial Release Massage Therapist here at Cashiers Valley Fusion. Also teaches a candlelight meditation Thursday evenings at 5:30 p.m. And you know, you can always check our schedule for workshops and other events coming up that Lindsay may be participating in or leading. And thanks again.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Thanks, Mary.
Bye.